Welcome back to the channel. This is Sama Scribe, here to help you out today. I'm making this video for everybody who has a VBS class and is teenage boys. I know I've had that honor for a few years now, and anytime, every year when craft comes up, it is the hardest. I swear, they're the hardest class. Boys don't want to do anything. Boys don't do anything cute, and I know I hate cute now. So this is just an idea if you want to implement. I thought of this a year ago. It is the last year my church's theme was superheroes. So I thought superheroes is easy. Now make a craft out of it that's not too lame. And I came up with something. It's still geek. But let me show you what I did. First I'll show you the demo. I thought it'd be a cool idea to make a comic book. And so this is one I made of myself. Don't worry, I should, if I'm good enough, I'll put the pictures across the screen. But I decided to make a comic book. This is not the one I made with the students. I'll show you that one later. But I had to convince my partner that this was doable. So I made a demo of myself. And you can look in it, and it's basically me finding some villains. I made a story, and that's me right here. There's a little storyboard of it. So this is doable. It doesn't take a whole lot. I'm gonna try to show you how it's done today. You know, but it's a nice little comic guy called Red Knight vs. the World. All right. What you're going to need is just a few materials. The main material you're going to need is what I'm using right now, and maybe what you're using right now too, your smartphone. There's a couple apps that I use. There's various apps you can use for this, but basically all you're going to do is take a bunch of photos of yourself, your students, and then you're going to go back and you're going to edit it. You're going to edit it and make a little comic book. You're going to just put it on the page. You're going to have it printed out. As far as cost is concerned, not much. It might get more depending on how many students you did, but this was $5 it cost to print this. You know, it might be more if you did Kinko's. I might get into prices later, but what I suggest you're going to use for your pictures, to edit your pictures as best you can, is to have a green screen. There's no green screen right here. Now this could get pricey. You can go online, and the better your green screen, the better your quality going to be. But this is if you're on a super low budget like myself. So I just went to Dollar General, and I got these. These are plastic table covers. Now it doesn't have to be green. It's usually good, just a bright color. Green is just the common, so we call it the green screen. I made one at home. It's pink, but yeah, just a little green screen here, and it's not going to be terribly important. You know, if it's all right, you just want to make sure that you have a solid color that you're not wearing, you know, on the wall. So when you go back and edit the picture, you're going to basically edit out the color, and then you're going to put it wherever you want. All right, so I'm gonna go put this up real quick, speed up the video, and I will be with you in a moment. Okay, so the wall is completely green on this side, and you want to be in a place where there's, you know, moderate good light. This isn't perfect, but it's okay. And I should have mentioned before you get to this part, you should have a kind of idea of what your story ought to be. You know, when I made my comic, I kind of knew what I was going to do. All that just is going to do is speed up about what poses you're going to make. So for me, I thought, wear something a little bit cool. You know, I'm Sally. And it doesn't hurt to have a little prop. So everybody has a sword, right? obviously. Swords are cool. This was really big in last year. Questionable on my part to bring a sword to class, but hey, they liked it. And basically what we're going to just do now is I'm just going to stand in front of this screen and I'm going to take some photos. All right? See you. So that was fun. Next, we're going to get into the editing. Probably the longest, by far the longest part of the process. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, like I said, the editing. Now, there's a lot of apps you use for this. Photoshop will probably be the best platform to use. But like I said, I'm on a budget and I don't have Photoshop. So I'm gonna use is called Background Eraser. And I have the free version. There are ads on it, but it's not too bad. Alright, let's see which one of these. Let's do that one. You want to crop it as much as you can. Like I said, it's not overly important. If we was doing a video, that wouldn't be the best green screen. Turn the audio, set the cursor in the middle, and like this. And you're gonna have to play with this a little bit. See, I will see if I was better at it. Let's see. There, like I said, different apps you can use for this. I'm gonna go to manual and just take care of a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna increase the eraser size. And I'm trying my best not to go over actually hit me, because I don't want to erase me out of the book. Alright, so alright, we look good. We're gonna hit done, and you could smooth all out the cursors. If there's any other edges, I usually go right to 5. Hit save, and now you have a image, a basic image with a transparent background. Next, we're gonna get a background image, and for this, I like to use just free stock photos. So I'm gonna go to Uplash. And let's just, find something like a street, street view. How about a street view? We're just looking for something real quick. Yeah. You know what? How about that? No. It's all right. It might be too dark, but we'll try it. Download image. Make sure it's downloaded. And the next one I'm going to use is called Pixel Pro. Now, I have the paid version, but I figured it was worth the $3. You can, take the free version. I tried the free version, but I just use it so much that, I decided to just go with it. All right, so here we are. There's a little image there, not so much effect. We're going to insert the picture. And there I am. Hit OK. We could do it. We could make it a little smaller. Hit OK. Like I said, this would be perfect for a tutorial. All right. Yes. And let's see. There's a couple of things you can use. The comic look posterize. You just scroll all the way there. That's nice. That's nice. It's a little dark, but we can work with it. We can work with it. Okay, what I'm gonna do next is to just give the comic effect is the word balloon. Let's make it red. Red Knight has red, you know. So let's just have some. This is a cool VBS craft. Exclamation point. Hit OK. Coming right out of the mouth. And you have your first slide. Bam, bam. And that's how you start a comic book. Alright, so that was how you made a comic book. Now what you're going to do with your students, last year I had the story picked out. And it's not complicated. I think my story was simply, this is during the millennial reign where Jesus is reigning. And the devil has escaped, as you know in the scripture, this is a revelation. And he's losing the battle. And he goes back in time to basically try to mess things up so he can win in the end. A group of youths, which are going to be my students, goes back in time to go stop him. And to kind of make this fun, I asked my students to come up with their own superpowers. And I'll just edit it and do it in the book. And they came up with some doozies. A couple of them, no lie, wanted their superpower to be to summon minions. As in the Despicable Me minions. I said, okay, that's fine. That wasn't even the most ridiculous one. One of them, his powers was he wanted to be able to generate refrigerators. I'm not even kidding about that. Refrigerators. So some of your students are going to say laser beams. I was ready for laser beams, fire powers. And if they were not specific, I gave them some of that kind of power. But I said, all right, fine. This is just editing. So that could be fun. You just ask your boys, okay, what superpowers you want, and you could do a whole lot of editing. And if you're having trouble with that, just send me a comment. I'll just give you some ideas. And I basically in the book, you're going to have them stand in front of the green screen. As you can see, this is the pink one. Like I said, it's just a bright color. Green is going to be most common, and if you're new to this, I suggest you just start off with green. And you're going to deliver poses. And another interesting thing I had them do is I had them split between heroes, and I said, who wants to be the villains? And I got a lot of volunteers for that role. So when I'm doing the book by myself, could be complicated if you're doing it by yourself because who you're fighting, who you're against. If you're just doing the book by yourself, it's very doable, but more of a challenge. The more people you have involved in the project, the better it's going to come out to be. So in a moment, I'm going to flash some images across your screen. And about the comic book and how it came out, and just tell you from hindsight, they loved it. We finished the book. Our VBS lasts for like 4 days, so I took 1 to 2 days of just photos, and then I just had it print off, and I gave them each a copy. And they were dying away. So where's my comic book? Where's my comic book? And of course, I'll put a screen there. Excuse the typo. Of us of them all on the screen, taking the pictures, and I think I just labeled it heroes. And it was real cool. So this could be a good idea for you if you have some stubborn teenage boys that don't want to do anything or do any of the crafts like mine, but they really like this idea. And I'm just putting it out there for anybody who wants to take it away. If you do decide to do the comic book, shoot me a comment. Like the video, subscribe if you want. But I really would like to know how did it turn out, or if you have any questions. All right, that's all for today's video. This is Simon Scribe. P.S. It's going to be good. Take care. Alright guys, this is the pictures for my VBS class. As you see, they were just having fun and just goofing around, and I took that and made it into a legit book. As far as cost was concerned, like I said, the people who I went to, I think it's called Print, they cost $5. Kinko's was a little bit more, but they were very much more convenient. Let's see, I did 10 to 14 page book, and that would run me about $7. So just your budget. It wasn't so bad. I think it came out pretty good. Like I said, the teens loved it. All right, if there's any more questions, let me know.